Welcome, mate, to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars and some of the most respected and loved as well. We've got one for you today. Max Boyce, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Hey, listen, great to talk to you. Is it fun being you? Because there aren't many people in show business who, A, are respected, B, have longevity, and C, are still here all these years later selling out gigs.
Yeah, well, I've been very fortunate. Yeah, I think I've stayed off television, and I think it's made a bit of a scarcity value. So, yeah, the tour after 40 years, the tours are still selling out, and having to do extra nights in most of the places. So, yeah, because above all else, what I enjoy most is touring and being live on stage. I enjoy television, but I mean, live concerts is what I love most.
I think the greatest compliment I can probably pay you is you're the Welsh equivalent of Ken Dodd, aren't you, really? I mean, you just go about your job.
That's praise indeed. I mean, Ken, well, first met Ken in 1972. I think I was a support act then, and when I was completely unknown. And out of that concert, I got signed up by EMI. So when I was on This Is Your Life, they fetched Ken on to tell the story of this young lad that done really well on his show all those years ago. So I've got utmost respect for Ken Dodd. He is to have lasted, as long as he has, and still has that youthful exuberance and enthusiasm. I've got utmost respect for him.
And again, the similarities are you're both on stage doing comedy, but you're also recording artists in your own right. There aren't really many of those. There used to be sort of a whole breed of comedians who would come onto a song and go off to a song. They don't do that anymore, do they?
No, it's completely changed. They just go, my name is so-so-so, and just walk off,
Yeah, bye.
They don't finish with the highlight or even start with it. It's just really low-key. It's not my way of doing it. I'm not saying I'm right, but I've got to give it total sort of a bit like Doddy that way. Mine is sort of an infectious enthusiasm, which I can't just walk on and walk off. No.
And I get it makes it easier because you can settle yourself on stage with a tune and then come off to a song for your round of applause. It sort of makes sense. It's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, and also I think it came about as well when people were struggling in comedy. They could always switch to songs so that it wasn't so obvious they were dying then. So that's why so many people, especially Americans, played the banjo because they were not doing well and dying, and they just turn the banjo and everybody loves the banjo. So many American comics play the banjo, and it's for that reason.
I wonder how your career has been, because we've always known you as being successful. Did you ever struggle as a comedian, or did you always find an affinity with your audience?
Well, when you start, of course, you're bound to have really nights where you really where you really struggle and you paid off. But I wasn't doing much comedy. I was singing more than anything then, and comedy sort of evolved over the years. And once I started writing my own stuff, that rarely failed. But there's still not in concert. I haven't sort of failed in concert for a long time because people pay good money to come and see because they want to come and see you. Whereas in a club, they're there anyway. So you've got to convert them. So Clubland was a tough apprenticeship, but one that I'm glad it serves because it stands in good stead for anything after that. But if you can fill theatres, it's great. You walk on stage and you've got tremendous welcome. So it hasn't happened for a long, long time.
And did your act choose you, or did you choose it? Because it's a very warm style of comedy. You have great affection on stage for your audience, and they certainly have affection for you. Did you decide to do that opposed to sort of a chubby brown, go and get them, shout at them, scream them, and then tell them to F off and walk off?
I couldn't really. No, they wouldn't have taken that from me. No, I don't think they would. If I went sort of blue, no, I suppose you inherit your own audience, and no, I wouldn't be comfortable. No, I'm no saint, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing that sort of stuff. No, my people come and see me would never. There'd be a coldness that would come over the audience, I'm sure.
And as for the stage door, I mean, your popularity on stage is obvious. Is it every night seeing old friends? Because you've been at it a while, Max. Let's face it. I guess your audience have come with you through your career.
Yeah, and that's true. And the other thing is, although I've not been on national television much lately, I've done lots on Welsh television. I had a couple of series, and that gave me a whole new audience. And they did a 70th birthday party tribute. BBC did a tribute to me when I was 70 last year. So that was the most watched program of the year. And the one I did in '99 was the first thing I'd done for a long time, and like an audience with. And that was that attracted the biggest audience in the history of BBC Wales television. So that gave me a totally new audience. So it's really mixed out right across the board, all ages.
It's interesting. I saw that 70th on YouTube, and it's a great program, and again celebrates your life perfectly. It slightly depresses me though that they aren't asking you to do one every night, because if it was the number one show of the year, why the hell aren't you on doing a nightly show, weekly show, or monthly show? Should you wish to do it?
It's down to the perennial problem of material. You know, I mean, when I was on like BBC One all the time at one stage in the 70s and 80s. You know, I should have stayed off because I didn't. I used up all my material, and I did lots of programs that really weren't up to standard, and I suffered for it. So I made a conscious effort to leave television alone until I built up a sort of another album of material. And I was talking to Jasper Carrot the other day, and he was saying that he reckons he has to live 5 years for an album, a new album. He has to live the experience of 5 years. And it's true. So that material is hard. When you first start, you've got a lifetime to look back on. But once you've used that material, you just got that time that's left you. So it's a problem, especially because it's gone. Once it's on television, it's never quite the same again. And I'm conscious that it's been on television, and the audience are conscious of it as well. So it's a balancing act of doing enough television to keep people interested, but not overkilling your act.
Having said that, though, nobody ever said to Frank Sinatra, "Don't sing my way again." You do have your favourite songs that people look forward to and would be upset if you didn't do.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still that still surprises me. People say, "Oh, tell us a joke about so and so," and they know it, but they want to hear it again because it's like an old friend.
Yeah,
and they want to meet that old friend again. So, and it's the delivery, and it's the build up, and then the release of the laughter. So although they know what's coming, that tension is built up in them again. So it's fascinating, that theory of comedy.
It's like the old working men's club gag, isn't it? About tell us one we know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's the first thing that a guy said to me last, I was in Nice, the theatre in Talbot, and standing ovation, they came up, she said, "Oh, why didn't you tell us a joke about so-so?" I said, "It's just an hour and a half." And you know it anyways. But it's strange, people, because when they hear the record, you see, the thing is, you're always hearing the audience for the first time. The audience are always hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
So you've got that infection in the fact that it's always the first time for the audience on the record.
It's very interesting. I did a breakfast show. I launched a station in Llanelli called Scarlet FM, and I found the Welsh audiences to be particularly enthusiastic. They give as much as they get. That's to your advantage, isn't it? That they will give you a chance, the Welsh audiences.
Yeah, I think I speak to lots of people, and they love coming to Wales. The English sort of comics, they love coming to Wales because we are sort of extrovert as a people, and I think we love singing, we love comedy, and it's a working class area, and people are given a chance. Yeah.
Did you ever consider leaving and perhaps moving to London and trying to make it somewhere else, or was it always about Wales?
Well, not really. No, it's what I know and what I understand, but you know, I mean, it's enabled me to. You know, what I do is take me all over the world. I've toured extensively in Australia and South Africa and the Middle East, and sold out everywhere, or wherever I've gone. So it does. I change a bit, but not. I change maybe about 5% of what I'm singing about because they wouldn't perhaps understand certain things. But even then, I explain it. Like in my folk club days, if I was going to write the song, sing a song, I'd explain the song, the story behind the song before I sang it. So I've continued to do that to a bigger audience. So yeah, I played. You know, I mean, you know, the 2 nights in Sydney Opera House. You know, it's
incredible.
Not many people do that. No, it's travelled. My humour has travelled really well.
What are you most, a comedian or a musician? What would you say you are?
Well, I'm certainly not a musician. You know. No, I'm a singer-songwriter whose lots of his songs are sort of humorous, obviously, but I'm as much a singer-songwriter as I am a comedian, yeah. I've got a great band, they're musicians, I'm not a musician. So.
When did you know you'd made it, Max? When did you wake up one morning and think, oh, this gig today is the point where I've qualified, that gig tomorrow means that I've made it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit cliche, but I think when I was watching Wales play, I think it was England at Cardiff, and a section of the ground started to sing one of my songs, and it just spread right around, and everyone realised they knew this song.
Yeah.
For the first time ever since ever has been a new song was sung by the rugby crowd in Cardiff. There's only been, like traditional hymns for over 140 years, and suddenly to hear 80,000 people sing the song that you'd written, and there hadn't been no producer, it wasn't planned. It was a very emotional moment for me, that, and then I thought, yeah, well, I must have done something right.
At this point in your career, do you pinch yourself and see it as being blessed? I don't like the word lucky because I think you make your own luck, but nevertheless, you do need some serendipity to make the business work. I mean, it must be great. You have such affection, you're so loved, and you're still at it. You've won the game, haven't you? I mean, you've scored.
Well, it's I am fortunate. I'm fortunate that like we said earlier, I'm fortunate that I've attained the fact that people still come and see me in concert. It must be awful to walk on stage and see the place, not full, because nothing kills atmosphere like empty seats. It doesn't matter what you do, you can't make up for empty seats. And I'm very fortunate that I've managed to that people still come and see the concerts. I'm very fortunate that way, yes.
Max Boyce, it's great talking to you. You're on tour through the rest of the year and the rest of your life, really. You can find out more by putting Max Boyce into Google. It'll come up with all the tour dates. It's been a real honour talking to you, and I hope to see you very soon. Thank you, Max.